Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. A neutral site showdown as both of these teams hoping to make an early season statement. It's the Cal Golden Bears and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. No home field advantage in this one, just a great stage for a neutral site showdown. It's the Cal Golden Bears and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. Kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Jaron Kiave Songobolatelli hauls it in. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall for it.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Songobolatelli. He breaks a tackle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. Songobolatelli works the middle. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere four-down territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go belly out. So you start the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Brown wants to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Got enough for the first. Might have a chance. The tag. Touchdown, Tiger. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different, and now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Going to get a stoppage here as there's an injured Cal Bear on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. From the gun on third down, Songobolatelli. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the run, it's Cobb. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. He's piled up 65 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. You can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
They get to him as he throws. Caught near the sticks. It's Singleton.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. The sure hands, it's Kane. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Now watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to adjust the pattern. Brown will throw it. He lets one fly deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll try the right side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Looking left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on third down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked off.
He'll take it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. They're going to run it to the right. There he goes. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. He might want another play. Brown wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. JKS. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Out of the backfield, he's open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it, and not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive.
There he goes down the right side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Golden Bears. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
Yeah, they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. But what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week one.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. That's caught. It's Nimrod. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. The play action fake. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The run inside. It's Cobb. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Brown will throw it. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Throwing Sangapolatelli. Finds his man. It's Hendricks. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's strong. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And the Golden Bears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Run the gun. The running back has it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Got his man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got it burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this deep.
Big guy tries to barrel in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man. It's Singleton. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. To the air on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Pulls it in. It's Singleton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Running inside. It's Cobb. Got a little grass. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Excellent job using the clock. They get the timeout. 2 ticks remaining, and now they can put up points before going to the locker room. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 6 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Bulldogs, with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game.
Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Brown will throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on ton. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Maybe a crease. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
The offense changing the play. The snap sets up the throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Brown wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Here comes the Golden Bear offense ready to start this drive. Jaron Kiave Songopolitelli makes the grab. It's strong. He's got enough for the first down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Sangapolatelli. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Sangapolatelli from the gun on third down. Here's the pressure. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Fourth down, Sangapolatelli. He's got it, first down and more. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Handoff from the gun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Trying to beat the D deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. JKS. Punts it out of the air. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes.
Could be an alley. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Well, this offense giveth, and then it turned around and giveth it back.
And I think a bunch of people are going to go, why don't they just turn around and hand the ball? I'm not going to hand the ball off every single play. I understand nice big play, the play before, but listen, you got to mix it up. You got to keep them guessing, but you obviously want to have a little more success than a sack.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The run inside. It's Cobb. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the wideout. Snags it, and there's running room. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Brown will throw it. Pulls it in. It's Singleton. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And as a defensive guy, man,
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Pop. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the run, still looking. Lets it fly. Got him downfield. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
and man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that, but man, see the surroundings, right? Like knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Throwing, Sangapovateli. Looking for a big play. He's got it down the left. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Makes the catch. It's Perry. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players. Gets it out fast.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Cal. Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a 1-possession game. The Golden Bears with an answer.
And I
tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much.
He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Caught in the backfield, it's Cobb. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He's going to take off. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Trying play action. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Brown wants to pass. Quickly complete. Still on his feet. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. Auburn just trying to run out the clock. Running inside. It's Cobb. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.